Hey everyone, it's Dr. Rick, and I'm doing a tutorial at West Branch. It's down the street from my office, right off of Army Trail Road. Why I'm doing this is I got word from one of my patients that she's going a little stir crazy with staying home in Illinois, and then I found out that she hasn't been outside her house, and I think that's taking it to the T as far as not going out, sheltering in place. Hey, this is what I see, by the way. So this is going to be a hiking with Dr. Rick video as well, but I wanted to do this also because I tried to do a live on this, a Facebook live, but I can't figure this damn thing out. So sheltering in place. The governor had declared an executive order, which I printed up. It's in my pocket. And yes, we do have to shelter in place to hopefully keep the spread down. That is the executive order number 10. And that circle is a stay-at-home suggestion. You're supposed to stay at home so that you keep contact and spread, because some of us are positive and some of us are carriers, and some of us are positive and symptomatic. I have a lot of patients complaining about sore throat, cough, chest tightness, not being able to smell. And I think when you read about that stuff, as you're staying home and sheltering, it makes you have the symptoms more. But and I can't get tests. I still can't get tests. So we were supposed to be promised 1.5 million tests this week, as of last week, according to the vice president. I don't see anything, so still negative. You know what, I'm gonna go down here, take you guys on a little hike, and so we can figure out mud. I don't know where this goes. So I don't know if I made sense there. So if we have tests and it's only for people that are really sick, we'll, at least for the sick people, be able to tell who has COVID or not. And I think out of Georgia, or a couple of states, have started a protocol of hydroxychloroquine and Zithromax because of a French study. It's only a protocol. It's experimental and off-label use, but supposedly it decreases the time of suffering. So we will see. And unfortunately, you know, it's a cheap drug. They're both cheap drugs. We should mass produce them. I don't get it. I mean, we should be able to mass produce test kits too, because if you know who's positive, but I'm not talking about just the let's go this way. I'm not talking about just the sick people, but if you know who's positive, just walking around, you'll be able to figure out if you really have to put these restrictions on or not. Because if the true death rate is a fraction or almost equal to influenza, we probably don't have to stay at home. But if the true death rate is 10 times influenza, then it's worth it to hunker down. Sooner or later, people are going to get tired of staying home. Anyway, here is the addendum. The addendum is leaving the home for essential activities is permitted, and for health, that's 5A. For health and safety, as you can read, 5C. Outdoor activity, engage in outdoor activities, provide individual, comply with social distancing, running, hiking, walking, biking. So there, you're allowed to go out. You're also allowed to go out for essentials, medicine, food and shelter, stuff like that. Then there's some essential jobs that are still out there, and they have to be going out to do their job. But that doesn't mean you can go play volleyball at the beach or congregate in front of a bar or hang out. You really have to keep this down, because here's the thing. If you look at the Hopkins website, which is really cool, they have a website that's updated daily. If you look at the Hopkins website, it tells you how many people have positive, how many people have died, and how many people have recovered. So I think China's leading it at 81,000 people. and they have 75,000 recovered. So they still have some folks. Then you have Italy following, like 70, not exact on this, but 75,000. And Italy isn't even close to having that many recovered like China. And then you have the United States right behind Italy, like 69,000 and a couple hundred. So we have yet to see an improvement. So the curves are logarithmically increased. But the thing is that's cool is that China has actually plateaued. And then if you look at, although South Korea doesn't have as many positives as China, Italy, or the United States, South Korea has also plateaued. So their curve has been flattened, which is really cool. I attribute that to the draconian measures that are taken at home, but you have to stay at home. Higher ups in government, the army gets you to follow those rules. I think in the United States, unfortunately, we have a lot of deserving people, and deserving people like to break the rules. Yay! So in a case like this, probably not a good idea, because if you keep everybody at home and you contain for 2 weeks and you contain viral spread, it theoretically should burn out. But if a couple people slip out and they continue to propagate the virus, when everybody comes out of hibernation, the people that slipped out, well, they've carried the infection or spread the infection. So it'll slow it down, but it won't turn it off. We want to turn this crap off. So they really cut a lot of trees here. So the shelter in place, for the person who asked me, I had a couple people, so I don't know who it was, sorry, but the shelter in place is a great idea, but you do have to get outside and see the sun. Now there's no sun out today. I wanted to do a walking Facebook live video on Monday or Sunday, but it's gonna be raining. Tomorrow it's gonna be thunderstorms. Let's go back up this way. Hopefully you're enjoying this hike. Let's turn you around so you can watch what we're doing here. This is where we're going. They're chopping a whole bunch of things down. Beautiful lake if you want to go fishing. Summertime's really cool. And again, one benefit this time of year, although it's probably about 40 degrees, so it's cold, no mosquitoes. Hopefully no ticks either, but I'll do a tick check when I get home. I wish I could do a corona check. That is what I'd tell you, is that we're allowed to go out. You have to try to pace yourself. I'll be doing a video for Lou tomorrow because she's going crazy with staying in the house. To do this for another 2 weeks, which I think we'll have to, people will really need inspiration to stay indoors. Let's go down there. I hear water. So you first. It's always so relaxing to hear water. It's probably just a breaker. Yeah, it's rocks. I'm gonna try to head back. Thank God it's not raining yet. But so hopefully you haven't run out of supplies. Again, you can still go out because of the executive order. You can still go out to get your supplies because that's considered essential. And you can still exercise outside, or at least get outside to prevent seasonal affective disorder from not seeing the sun. But no sun, and it's supposed to be cloudy until Monday. It is now Thursday. If you are like me, even without sunshine, there's some benefit to going out in nature, even if it's overcast. It makes you feel good. What are you doing up there? He's saying hello, I guess. Great. That's my bird call. So I'd say that if you can get out every once in a while, every day or two, that would be good. You'll prevent that stir crazy reaction that everybody gets. If you can't get out, then at least your backyard. Just make sure you get out on a regular basis. If you can't, at least get the calendar out and shoot for 1 day a week of checking off because you went out. Go home, check the calendar, you're done for that week. I think exercise, like I always say, should be 15 minutes 3 days a week, 60 minutes on the weekend. Meditation should be twice a day. Nature therapy, at least once a week. Well, stay safe, pace yourself. Check out my next video for Lou, and I'll see you at the next tutorial.